How everybody doing? It's Dominic again, checking in with State of the Art Logistics. I just want to answer some questions that some people just emailed me, or they DM me recently in my inbox, and they just been asking me like, "Hey, bro, what you do? Who you go through to get your insurance for your 18-wheeler? Where did you, how did you get your DOT number? Or, you drive an 18-wheeler, or where did you get your flatbed from, or some shit like that." Like, people just asking me questions about 18-wheelers. I just want to be very clear with people. I do not drive 18-wheelers. I just want to let y'all know that I do not drive 18-wheelers. My job, I'm a broker. I have a dispatching and brokerage company. In business, man, I want y'all to understand you got to think smart. I got to think. People think it's cool sometimes to go get an 18-wheeler. That's cool. That's fine and dandy if that's what you want to do. But one thing about business I want people to focus on is overhead. Overhead is going to eat you if you can't lower that overhead, if you can't keep that overhead low. Why would I go get an 18-wheeler, and as soon as I get that 18-wheeler, I'm going to accumulate a large lump sum of overhead? We talking about commercial insurance, depending on if I'm leasing my trailer or I'm renting it from somewhere. You got to pay that until you own it. You got to pay for your truck. All that is overhead that you got to do. You got to pay for fuel. You got to pay for all that, So why would I do that when I can have the company and be in the business I am, and I can find somebody to have their own 18-wheeler and I can lease them on to my company without the hassle of paying 18-wheeler fees or drivers or paying fuel. It's his 18-wheeler. I just get a percentage off of everything that he moved for me, and he can't go work for nobody else because he worked for me. You know what I'm saying? So why? That's the smart way. Keep your overhead down. If you want to open like a beauty supply or a beauty salon or something like that, that's fine. That's cool. A bar, restaurant, but you always got to keep in mind that overhead. That's one of the things that this coronavirus shut a lot of people down, because they have a lot of overhead that they're accumulating and they don't have no business. And this business is kind of like an all money in business. I don't have to do too much of the physical labor. You know what I'm saying? I can lease a truck driver on my company, and he can run the loads. I don't got to get in there and drive nowhere, be away from a family and do all that. I don't got to do none of that. So that's just something to think about. You know what I'm saying? As far as in business, playing the middleman, being a broker. You got to think about companies like Airbnb. You got to think about companies like Uber. Companies like Uber and Airbnb, they don't own no Airbnb. Airbnb don't own no real estate. No real estate at all. They don't own nothing. What do? They play the middleman. They broker. They provide the consumer who's looking for a nice place to stay to a bunch of people that have a nice place to stay that's available. And they don't own no real estate. $1 billion company. Something you can think about. Uber don't own no vehicles. What they do? They take people that's looking for rides and they connect them with people who has available vehicles. They own no vehicles. All they do is play the middleman. $1 billion company. Think about that.